friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Bethany. Here on my channel you can find all things homemaking. Today's video I am sharing with you how I prep in layers. So I know you guys have seen my food prep before, and when I say prep, I'm not some crazy like doomsday prepper. I don't have a lot of space to do that. So I live in a single wide mobile home. I don't get a chance to have a full bedroom or a basement or part of a garage to be able to prep a lot of items. But I do have some things prepped up so that way if we had a financial situation, medical situation, a natural disaster that caused us to not be able to get to the grocery store or not to be able to afford food for a few weeks up to a few months, we would be able to sustain ourselves with the food and items that we have on hand. So that includes non-essentials, things like body wash, toothpaste, different things like that, first aid kits, and then things like food, and then other non-essentials, your paper products that you would use, paper towels, toilet papers, baby wipes, things like that, because I do have young kids. So that's kind of like the layers in which I prep in, but I also have layers to my food. So I'll have my store-bought canned goods that I have, which I had stocked up on quite a few before I really started canning a lot. So I'll have my store-bought canned food, and then I'll have some boxed food from the store, some things that could go as sides for meals. Then I have all my home canned food, and then I do have a vacuum sealer, so I vacuum seal and freeze food as well as dehydrate. I do not have a freeze dryer. Hopefully that's something that I'll be able to get in the future, but right now I just can. I can Mylar bag and then freeze and dehydrate. So that's just kind of my layers, but that's what today's video is going to be about. I'm actually going to put a few clips in here in just a minute of how I dehydrated some zucchini and celery. And if you have a dehydrator, this is something you can do with a lot of different foods, fruits, vegetables. You can dehydrate meats and make jerkies, things like that. But if you don't have a dehydrator, I know that you can find them very cheap at a thrift store, and or for less than $100 you can buy one brand new, and they're a really great item to have. I am so grateful that I have one, and it's just another way to be able to preserve some food for a long time on the shelf. So that's what today's video is going to be about. If you like videos like this, please leave it a big thumbs up. It does help out my channel a lot, and if you're new here, please hit that red subscribe button. Like I said, I do all things homemaking, so on Sundays I usually post a Sunday reset, which could include all sorts of cleaning motivation that could help you get motivated for the week, as well as maybe sharing some recipes or some meal prep in that video. I do Tuesday grocery hauls, and then on Fridays is usually something random. So you will find either one of my like prepping type content videos, or maybe it'll be canning some food, or maybe it'll be a day in the life. You can come spend the day with me and my family and just see what we do for a day. It could be, it could be a whole hodgepodge of things. You just never know, but that's what you'll find here on my channel, so I hope that you will enjoy it. But let's go ahead and jump on into today's video. So I have all of this celery here. I also have some here in this bowl. But I am chopping this because I'm actually going to blanch it, and then I'm going to dehydrate it. So if you have vegetables that need to be used in your fridge and you just don't know what to do with them, but this is something else you can do with them, is to dehydrate them or to make them into vegetable broth. But I have a lot of vegetable broth on my shelf, so I'm going to go ahead and dehydrate these. I also have these two zucchini that need to be used as well, so I'm going to go ahead and slice these up and get them ready to dehydrate as well. I have one over here that I'm going to use for dinner tonight, but I don't want them to go to waste, and I already have some that I had vacuum sealed in the freezer, and because we only have the little fridge freezer, I don't have a lot of freezer space, so I'm going to go ahead, utilize some more space, and dehydrate these. Once I got all the zucchini sliced up, I just went ahead and laid it out on the dehydrator trays, making sure that each one is just laid flat on the tray so that way it can get evenly dehydrated. And when they are dehydrated, you want to make sure that you can just pick them up and they break in half, not that they bend, because if they bend, all the moisture is not out of them. But if they break, then you know that they are completely done. They'll feel very similar to a chip. So that's what the zucchini looks like. And then for the celery, I just went ahead and blanched that for 1 minute in some boiling water and then laid that out on my dehydrator tray. And you can see just how small these got. They got so tiny. And of course you guys have seen this many times, but this is why I talk about prepping in layers, because prepping isn't just food. Prepping is all the things you would need and that you go to the grocery store for. So up here's all of our sugars, flours, baking needs, and then all of my canned goods. And so I know you guys have seen this many times, so I'm not going to go super in depth with all of this. But another way that I prep in layers is I have canned food, but I also have dehydrated food as well. So for instance, I have some dehydrated carrots. We could put those in soups, stews, casseroles, anything we might need them for. I have some dehydrated mushrooms. I have 2 of those. And then I have some, trying not to knock them all over here, little bit of dehydrated celery. The celery got really small. This was a whole bundle of celery and it got super small, but I have dehydrated celery. And then back there I have some dehydrated zucchini. So again, this would be good for, we could put it in soups, casseroles. This would be good for like quiches, things like that. So some zucchini to have on hand, and that's something I'm actually working on, is dehydrating some more items to have just another layer to my normal canned food. And I'll actually insert a clip here of dehydrating the celery and the zucchini. And then I know you guys have seen this one as well too, but this is all of our boxed items, extra flours, sugars. I have Mylar bag items over here and some more down there, which are like dried milk, pancake mix, flours, sugars, pastas, lentils, beans, things like that. So in here we have extra brown sugar, we have some breakfast bars, behind that we have some cream of soups, some extra condiments, some sugar, and then we have a couple different boxes of pastas. Behind the pastas, more condiments, peanut butter, things like that, more pasta, some crackers, and then macaroni and cheeses, and all my rices and rice-a-ronis, pasta-ronis, dinner sides. And I know this isn't super aesthetic and pleasing, but like I said, I live in a mobile home and it's really hard to find space to keep extra items and prep on hand, but I am doing wherever I can do and just trying to keep all the extra items on hand. So then down here is going to be all of our canned goods. We have some canned soups. This is going to be vegetables, which I do need to stock up on some more vegetables. Either need to can my own or grab some more. These are fruits, some more fruits and vegetables here. All of our tomato products are here, and then that goes into beans. We don't have any canned meats from the store in here, just because I do can my own meats, so those are on my canning shelf, but that is all that's in here. So this is another place I want to talk about, is utilizing closet space. So this is the closet in my son's room. And this is where we store all of our extra paper towels and toilet paper. We like to go to Sam's Club and get the big boxes, but we don't realistically have a lot of space to store this stuff. So we've cleaned out a portion of the closet up here to be able to store all the paper towels. So behind this big old thing of bath tissues, it is stocked full of the paper towels. And then you have 2 of the bath tissues over there. And so this is just one area that we keep all of our extra non-essential stuff. I know, again, it's not aesthetically pleasing, but it works, and if you're in a tight space, it is something to think about. Okay, so these bins are on the top of our washer and dryer in our laundry room. There's a rack up there that I just showed you that they're on, and this is where we keep some extra back stock of, you know, different kinds of items that also, you know, just kind of we have on stock for many reasons. These aren't like such prepper items, but it's just where we keep extra stuff. Being in a small mobile home, I don't have a lot of space to store a lot of stuff, but I try to make room wherever I can to store extra things, and we had that big long rack on top of our washer and dryer, and so this just fit a good purpose to get some nice bins that could hold some extra things. So in this first bin we have back here just a bunch of different hand soaps. I got 5 different extra hand soaps. They are all Bath and Body Works, but I never pay full price. I got these all on like an 80% off sale after Christmas and after fall, so that's why they're, you know, holiday scents, but those are my favorite scents anyway. But regardless, we got a little stock of hand soap, and then our favorite like body soap for the bathroom is just the Dove bar soap. So we buy a big package at Sam's Club, and then I just put all the rest in here. So there's a whole row of them under here. And then these ones, we have a first aid kit in here. There's 175 pieces in this first aid kit, so it's just nice to have an extra first aid kit. We do have first aid items we keep in the bathroom with all of our medicines and such, but it's just nice to have an extra one. And then all of our flossers, we buy a big bag of these, so we have these for a while too. And then actually something I'm running low on and need to get more of is some toothpaste. This is our last tube in here. We did just put a new one in the bathroom, but this is the last one in here, so it's always good to keep extra stock of this kind of stuff too, just because you never know if something financially is to happen. At least we would have a lot of, you know, the items that we would need that we could get through for a while until maybe, you know, if one of us lost a job, or, well, my husband's the only one that works, but if he lost his job and needed to find a new one, we would have some items to get us through until, you know, he could find something else. But thankfully his job is pretty secure at this moment, so we're blessed for that. But then in this one we have just some extra laundry supplies. I have a jug of the Arm & Hammer laundry soap, and then some extra dryer sheets, some extra, these are like laundry wash sheets, like detergent sheets, so we got a bunch of those. So there's 2 different, you know, washing detergents that we have, and then some Oxy laundry boosters and a stain remover kit. And you know, if you guys have seen any of my other videos, I do make my own laundry detergent, which I'm actually running low on that. I need to make some more soon, but it's nice because, like I said, if something financially was to happen, we could go through this first and then resort back to the items in here, and we would be okay laundry wise for a while. But like I said, I know this isn't like super prepper items, but these are just items that we keep in our home to ensure that if something was to happen, we're gonna make it through. Okay, so this here is a bin we have in our bathroom, and this just has some extra back stock in it for items that we might need. There's definitely some things that I need to add to this. I know I need to add some adult ibuprofen and Tylenol and some more adult medicines, but we do have a cupboard in the kitchen where we do keep adult medicines, but this is just like back stock. So I'm just going to quickly go through what we have in here. We have extra toothbrush for one of the kids, so I need to grab a couple more toothbrushes for them and toothpaste for them. I have some ibuprofen, and then this is essentially Tylenol, it's just generic brand. Usually whenever I pull one of these and open them, I like to replenish, so I know I need to replenish another Tylenol. We have a couple of these Zarbee's. I ended up getting this in a 3-pack from Sam's Club for I think like $15. It came with 2 of the daytime cough and mucus syrups, and then 1 of the nighttime ones, and this one just has chamomile in it, so it will help them relax and sleep at night and help cut that cough. So we have a couple of cough suppressants for the kids, Tylenols and ibuprofens, and then some niacin metabolism support, and then we have cough drops back here. We have our neti pot with a bunch of neti pot supplies and some extra nebulizer, treatment syringes, shaving cream, you know, some other like non-essential aloe gel, some fingernail polish remover. This is rubbing alcohol, some nighttime Robitussin for adults, and then just some other miscellaneous, you know, like if you got like your NyQuil type things and stuff. And these Vicks Vapo pads for the vaporizers, some Band-Aids, and then just some more albuterol nebulizer treatment. So like I said, this does need to be filled up some more, but this is just some extra backstock and not aesthetic by any means, but you know, it works for us. And so whatever works, I'm just being honest with you guys and sharing with you what we have, and maybe it will help you somewhere along the way as well. Okay, so we're talking about layers of prep today. So this is another layer I wanted to show you guys that I have never showed you before. We keep this stored away in our master closet, but in this plastic tote, we had bought a while ago these survival tabs, and this is just a great way to get some nutrition. They are chewable food tablets. There's 24 to a package. So if you're out camping, or you know, there's just nothing around and you need some quick food to get you going until maybe you could hunt something, or you know, find some food. This is survival tablets that we bought. It was just something that we thought would be nice to have just in case of, you know, any like emergency, no matter what the situation is, whether it be financial or it be a natural disaster, or you know, if we're out hiking or camping and we get lost, we can put some of these in our bag and we have food till we get home. You know, typically when we camp, we don't just, you know, go out in the middle of nowhere because we have kids, but these were just something that we thought would be useful to us, and they actually have a 25-year shelf life. So you can see the best by date, 12 of 2046. So we have a long time before we need to use these, but these were something we just thought would be very beneficial to have. So you can see we have a whole bunch of these. And then the last thing we keep is hand warmers, because here in the northern states we get tons of snow in the winter, and if we need these, power goes out or we're stuck in the car or something, we need hand warmers. We have them. We do keep some of these in the car as well. So it's just, you know, another precaution, and when we're camping, if we need them, we take these camping as well. So I just wanted to share with you another way that we keep layers to our prep. And another good thing to have, of course, is extra propane tanks and then a lantern. We do use this for camping, but this is something that, you know, has multiple purposes if we need it. And that's actually something that we want to stock up more on, is some propane. We do need some more propane, so this video I'm sharing with you all of, you know, the ways that we do have some prep, but also some things that we could use to stock up on as well. I do want to thank you guys so much for being here. It truly means the world to me. These videos are something that I am so passionate about. I absolutely love preserving food and preparing food and just doing what I can for my family to help cut the grocery budget, but it's also something as a stay-at-home mom that I just really enjoy doing, and I feel like it's something that along the years women have gotten away from, but that's like where our roots come from, you know? We're homemakers, we're moms, and I just feel like it's so beautiful to be able to preserve food for my family. It's also something that I grew up with my parents doing. I remember my dad and my mom canning a lot, and if you've watched any of my videos where I did any canning, you've probably seen my dad in them a time or two, and he likes to come over and can with me. My mom has come over and can with me, and it's just so fun, and I know that some of you have been inspired here to can, especially when I've shared things on like Instagram. I've had a few messages of people saying, I bought a canner because I've been seeing your stories, and they're excited to start canning too, and I just think that's so beautiful. So I just wanted to come on here and thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're in need of prayer, please leave it down in the comments. I would love to say a prayer for you. But until I see you in the next one, I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day.